So here again, let me do a quick comparison of the old seat belt and the new seat belt. The old seat belt is worn out, and they used to have this little thing here, but you know you don't need that anymore. The new system is a little different. But anyway, they have this bracket, same bracket like I said before. This bracket is fine. And then it doesn't have this bracket here on the top. The new ones don't have that, and I talked to the Seatbelt Planet engineers and they told me that that's just not needed. This bracket was just to align, so the seatbelt was aligned for the webbing to go on back and forth. This one doesn't really need it because the webbing, the system inside is much better, you know, newer technology, and it doesn't really need to be aligned to work perfectly. So the only thing that it needs is the safety screw or the bracket that holds your weight or whatever, which is the one in the bottom right here. So that's as far as the retractor, and the webbing obviously brand new, color, nice color, etc. And then the clicker, the old ones are brown, the plastic is brown. The new ones, the plastic is black, and they're a little shorter, not too bad, but a little shorter, right? And you can see there, I was tempted to leave this because the webbing of the new one, the clicker of the new one, as you can see here, clicks fine on the old ones. They click, it holds it in place, and it releases. But talking to the guys, the place that I got the seat belts, they told me not to do that because these are not designed to go with that. These are designed to go with this. So I'm gonna have to replace these, even though that these are black, and I'm not too crazy about the black color because I wanted to keep the color scheme in the truck. I just kind of have to. What I could do is maybe replace the plastic, like cut this plastic out and put this plastic here, but I just think it's a lot of work for something that you don't see that much, so I don't think it matters. So anyway, this new system clicks, clicks here. Come on, there you go, and releases. Pretty good, works well. The other thing that I can do is just eliminate the plastic altogether and just leave the webbing. All that you gotta do is pull the plastic out, and you can just leave the webbing in place, just like that. And then if you don't want to see the brown, right? But that also becomes a pain in the butt because then you kind of have to reach under the seat to grab this every time that you go into the car. The plastic just kind of keeps it right there by your hip. Anyways, just, you know, kind of like all the stuff that I'm finding out as I go, you know, just kind of troubleshooting everything. They come with all new hardware, so the screws, you can throw all the stuff away, all the other screws and stuff like that. It comes with new hardware and all that. Okay, I'm gonna install them up and finish them up, and then I'll do a video at the end with the new system. Okay guys, this is video number 3, I believe, of the replacing my seat belts on the Land Cruiser series. Not really a series, it's just a how-to video how I did my replacement. Anyway, I just realized that the leather here on the I couldn't really see it, but anyway, the leather here, it looks like it's broken, so I need to fix that. But anyways, a couple things to point out here. Look how dirty it was. The center console goes here, and I just took that off. I had to take the center console out in order for me to access this bolt. This bolt here releases this clicker, right? And in order for me to change that, I had to take those out. Now on the driver's side, this clicker right here has a switch, has an electrical switch that goes with this cable and connects to this connector here, as you can see. So that cable is the one that tells the light on the dashboard if you have your seatbelt on. It has a little switch that when you click your seatbelt, it activates the switch and it turns the light off. Now, the new replacement seat belts don't have that feature. None of the aftermarkets have that feature, and it just kind of becomes an issue of, well, am I going to have the light on the dashboard on all the time, even when the seatbelt is on? But talking to the engineers of Seatbelt Planet, which is the guys that I purchased the new seatbelts from, what they said is that in order for that problem to be solved, all that you got to do is cut this cable here, leave the connection, and ground it. Ground that cable to the frame of the car, and that will just turn the light of the seatbelt off, always. So the light will always be off, and regardless if you have your seatbelt on or not, and that's kind of like the solution to the problem. Sorry for my hand movement there on the video. I don't think there is any other solution, because they don't sell any aftermarket pieces with a switch. So anyway, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cut these cables probably about here or so, or even maybe like right there. Cut those out, like wire them together, put them together, and then just ground them to the frame of the car right here with the screw. You can screw them in place there, and that should take care of the light on this dashboard. Again, I never done this before, so it's like a new thing for me, so I'm kind of learning as I go. So I'm not an engineer, I'm not a safety engineer or a seatbelt engineer, but just kind of learning. Anyway, so that's step 3 to replace the seatbelts. Like I said, I already taken the old seatbelts out. All that is out. I gotta take all this frame, and there's the hole for the new seatbelt. And I already installed one, as I said in my previous videos. I already installed one, and it's right there installed. So anyway, I'm just doing the second part and trying to correct some issues as I go. All right, so here's the install part of the seatbelt video. I already did this part, which was fairly easy, right? You just connect that here, put a bolt through the little plastic cover that keeps popping out, I don't know why, and then new bolt that goes through there, through the bracket. Very simple. 2 screws. So that's done. Now I'm gonna install the seat belt, the actual seat belt. Okay, so the seat belt is pretty simple too. It's 3 screws. One goes here, so this bracket right there connects to that on the frame. So that's one. This bracket connects somewhere in there, somewhere in here to the, let's see, okay, there you go. So that one, this one goes there with a bolt. So the other one goes here, and then the last one goes there. And that's it. You install those 3 screws and you're done. Oh, and this little plastic cover that, it's like a dust cover, goes here with a little screw. That's all. That little screw goes into that little hole, just to cover the dust. And that, my friends, is the seatbelt install of a Land Cruiser FJ-60. All right, seatbelts all finished, man. Brand new seatbelts. Click, tight, unclick, retract, lock, lock, lock. Brand new.